Before the blade replacement is performed, ensure that the blade height adjustment screw has been reset back to its initial position. For further details, see the blade height adjustment section. To begin the cleaver maintenance, you first need to unlock the cleaver by pushing the slide to a forward position. To remove the blade cover, first ensure the cleaver blade is in the neutral position or unprimed. Remove the blade cover by lifting from the front edge. Next, remove the fibre bin by pulling it away from the main cleaver body. Remove the fibre scrap collector by removing the screws as indicated. Pivot the fibre scrap collector and remove it from the cleaver body. Lock the cleaver into the closed position. To remove the cleaver back plate, remove the screws and the plate will then come away from the unit body. Once the back plate has been removed, unlock the cleaver. Slightly loosen the blade locking grub screw until the blade arm can pivot freely. This may require adjustment at any time during the replacement process. Using a 1.5mm hex key, loosen the captive blade arm screw to the rear of the blade. This screw is captive and will not come away from its plate. Using the hex key or tweezers, slowly lift up the blade arm plate while pushing the blade carriage inwards until it locks, just as if the unit was being primed to cleave. Once the blade carriage is locked into position, the blade is accessible. Carefully remove the blade from the blade arm by removing it from the axle. Place the blade into a sharps container for appropriate disposal. Remove the new blade from its packaging and carefully fit it with the position plate facing toward the blade arm. Locate the blade release button. Place your thumb against the blade carriage. Hold down the blade release button while slowly removing your thumb from the unit, allowing the blade carriage to return to the neutral position. Align the blade arm and tighten the captive screw. Lock the cleaver into the closed position. Fit the back plate into the unit body and tighten the screws. Reattach the fibre scrap collector by inserting the gear into the cleaver body at a slight angle and push onto the cleaver body. To rotate the blade, use a cotton tip. Gently turn the wheel to the next number in ascending order. If the blade does not rotate freely, slowly loosen the blade locking grub screw until it does. Align the hole underneath the blade position number with the indent in the blade arm. Lock the blade into place by tightening the grub screw, but do not over-tighten. It's important to do a final alignment check. Ensure there is a uniform gap between the blade and the blade arm. If not, loosen and retighten the blade locking grub screw while wiggling the blade, but again, do not over-tighten. Return the blade to the neutral position by performing a cleave without a fibre. The blade is now in neutral position and can be cleaned. Using a cotton bud lightly soaked in 99% or higher isopropyl alcohol, clean each side, then the top of the blade. And finally, reattach the blade cover and the fibre bin.